G'day viewers, I was just passing the time watching a repeat of one of Dave Chappelle's concert performances. Having a good laugh, which probably goes without saying. I think Dave Chappelle's probably one of the funniest comedians going around at the moment. And anyway, he had one whole routine about how white guys can say stuff to cops that'd get a black guy killed. Now, I don't really know that experience, but he may be right. I'll tell you a little story about a run-in I had with cops. Now, this story goes back a long time. I just thought I'd throw that in because a lot of younger people think that you just get treated like crap by cops when you're young. Now that I'm older than most cops on the road, they think I've got this gravitas, which I don't really agree with. But I was only early 20s when this happened. Basically, I'm driving, coming onto one of the busiest roads in Sydney, and I wanted to turn right. As traffic lights, they go green, I'm turning right, but I have to wait because oncoming traffic. For people who drive on the right-hand side of the road, it's the equivalent of me wanting to do a left turn. We drive on the left-hand side in Australia, so trying to turn right. I had to wait for the oncoming traffic. And some dick behind me starts beeping, like he's a really important person and he's got to get where he's going, and I'm not moving fast enough for his liking. And I just think, yeah, screw you, I'll go when it's right to go. And he keeps beeping, and I just stuck my hand out the window by just, yeah, up yours. Yeah, I didn't even bother to look at him. And then there was a break in the traffic, so I went. I thought, you happy now, you hero? And right about that time, the blue lights went on. So it turns out, young Mr. Angry has just given a cop the finger. Let's see how this turns out. So I pull off to the side of the road, and I come up with a subtle psychological strategy known as sucking up. I got out of my car to show I wasn't hiding from the cop, and I was being all friendly. So I figured it's not worth even trying to get away with giving a cop the finger, so I'll give up on that straight up, but I'll just tell him the truth. I thought he was some dork hassling me. So I just said, sorry about that, officer. It might be stating the obvious, but I wouldn't have given you the finger if I knew you're a policeman. I didn't even look. I just thought you were someone trying to force me to make a turn when it wasn't safe, so I gave the finger, which probably sounds really lame. And he says something that really surprised me. I didn't pull you over for that. I thought, what did I do? And he points to this sign at the intersection, no right turns after 4:30 p.m. And it's 4:45. So I've done an illegal right turn in front of a cop and given him the finger when he tried to indicate to me I shouldn't be trying to make that illegal right turn. Jail time, here we come. I mean, seriously, at this point, I gave up. I think my face just sort of, and all the life drained out of me, and I just went, oh God, like, nothing to say. I couldn't have done anything worse than that, and I've given up, you know, throw the cuffs on me. And he just rolled his eyes and said, I'm not going to book you, but, you know, just pay a bit more attention. And he got in his car and left. Now, I can only speak from my own experience, and believe it or not, I've been white my whole life. I have no idea how this would have played out for a non-white person. Maybe cops in Australia are just more reasonable. Maybe things would have turned out different for a non-white person. All I know is I got to give a cop the finger while breaking the law and got away with it. How many of you can say the same?